Okay, starting out, I'm going in with my e.l.f. Illuminating Primer. I've been loving this again lately. I use this mostly when my skin is dry, which it has been a lot lately. It just adds such a nice kind of golden glow to your skin, but it's not a bunch of sparkle and glitter, which I appreciate because nobody likes a bunch of sparkle and glitter all over their face. So I just use my hands and I warm it up in my hands a little bit, then I massage it all over my face. Then I'm going in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. You guys have been still loving this stuff. And I shake it up a little bit and then I kind of draw lines on my face with the foundation just so I get enough pigmentation everywhere that I want it. So I kind of get a lot of redness through my nose, around my nose. There's a big old pimple on my chin that I try to cover up. And so I just make sure that it's all spread out and even. And then I will take a kind of dense brush. This is kind of like a flat top kabuki almost, and I will use this to blend this into the skin. I just got this brush set today, so I felt like I had to include them in this video and try them out for you guys. It's a kit from Amazon. I think it came with like 16 brushes for $8, and so far they've been pretty good. And throughout this tutorial, there's a couple of them that make an appearance, and so you guys will see them in action, but I am just going to blend this all over the face. And for some reason, this shade is showing up really light on my skin. And that is the face that I realize that how it looks in the camera is very light. But it actually does match me in person on my neck. And so that's all you can ask for. Next, I'm going in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Of course, this is one of my all-time favorite concealers for underneath the eyes because it's specifically designed for under the eyes. So that is where I am using this. So I'm just going to put this all over my under eye and on my eyelids to prime my eyelids. And I will take my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge just to blend everything out and so that it's an even base underneath. I seriously love this combination between the Instant Age Rewind and the Real Techniques Real Techniques Sponge. It's been my favorite combination lately. And this is just, it doesn't bunch up, it doesn't crease, it doesn't fade or move around. It's just, this concealer is amazing. Everybody needs to go out and buy it, is what I have to say. And this isn't showing up on the camera, but I am using the Laura Mercier translucent powder just to set the under eyes. This is a little bit too heavy for me to set my entire face with, which is why I just grab it on the damp beauty sponge and I press it into the under eyes just to help keep everything in place. This powder makes it so that nothing moves and I am loving it. Now I'm going in with the cream highlighter that I had mentioned in my other video. I can't for the life of me remember the name. I think it's like CLE is the brand. But this is beautiful. And I am just taking a dual fiber brush and patting this on the high points of the face. So on the cheekbones, nose, cupid bow, chin, all that fun. A little bit on the forehead. Now I'm going in with my e.l.f. contour palette, still a favorite. And I'm taking a huge, big, fluffy brush and taking that bronze shade just to warm up the perimeter of the face, just to add a little bit of color back to my skin. Like I said, it looked like the foundation was a little bit light, so I really wanted to kind of counterbalance that with some bronzer, which I put bronzer on every day just because I am pale. And now I'm doing something I never thought I would do. I'm going to attempt contouring. So I'm taking this kind of dense brush and I'm taking on the side and I'm running this along the hollows of my cheeks. First to get a line where I want the product, and then I will use the entire brush to buff everything out. And then I will do the same on the other side. I will hold the brush sideways and get it on the very edge of the brush. Get the line where I want and then blend it out. I also take this on the forehead as well, or along the temples almost, just to kind of add a little definition there as well. I've seen this in a lot of contouring videos that this is where the majority of them place the contour, so that's where I am placing mine. Also along the chin line or the jawline, just to make everything look a little more slim. Now I'm going in with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and I'm taking this purpley kind of dark shade, and I'm just putting this throughout the crease. I wanted something just a little bit different than what I usually go for, and this color was perfect. And I'm just lightly putting this throughout the crease and transition and on the outer V just to add a little bit of dimension. Like I've said before in my videos, it's all about dimension. Now I'm taking this kind of orangey color just to add some warmth to my eyes. With the look that I was going for and the look I had in mind, it was a lot of cool tones. So I wanted something underneath everything just to kind of come through and be a little bit more on the warm side and warm the look up a little bit. You do not have to do this. I think that you could get the look done without this, but it just adds another level of dimension to my eyes when I do this, especially for the colors that we're going in with. Now I am taking this very dark green, and I begin with a big blending brush, but about halfway through I decide, no, this is not the brush I want to use. So I switch it out, which you will see right here. So I pick up some of the color, I place it on the outer corner, and then I will flip the brush sideways to get it very densely in the crease. I didn't want this color all over the lid. I kind of wanted it more fanned out and fluffed out in the outer corner and throughout the crease. But if it gets on the lid, it's okay. We're going to cover that up anyways. But I wanted this mostly pigmented in the outer V and in the outer corner, especially for the look I'm going for today. This just adds a lot of depth to the eye, which I have been loving. And then I will take the original blending brush that I have gone in with and just buff everything together so that that dark green meets the two other colors that we've already placed down. And you can see that that orangey shade is still popping through even though it's been covered up a little bit. And now I am taking kind of a flat shadow brush, I guess is what it's called. And I'm taking this, I don't even know how to describe this color. I will link it below for you guys. And I spray my brush with a little bit of setting spray, and then I start packing it on the lid. And I will pack this all the way up, and I will stop right at that crease. I turn my brush sideways so that it just kind of nestles right into the crease area. And I don't want to go any higher than that. So here you can see me spraying my brush with a little bit of e.l.f. setting spray, which is amazing, by the way, you guys. It's awesome. And then I will take that same brush and just pack it on the lid where I want it. This color is gorgeous. It's perfect for a different kind of colored smoky eye, but it's still got a lot of color to it. So it's not something that you put on and it looks kind of grayish or it kind of just turns out black. And then I am taking the big fluffy brush and just blending so that there's no harsh lines between that green that we just laid down and all of the colors in the transition. And that really does help this look. So it's not so harsh and it's not so, I don't even know what the word is. And then I am taking this kind of turquoisey shimmery color. I love this color. And I am going to take this on my fingertip and I'm going to pat this on the center of the lid. I wanted a little bit more brightness to the lid, but I didn't want to use anything that was like champagne or vanilla. I wanted some green pop of color for this look, and so that is why I'm choosing this turquoise color. And once I have the color where I want it, I will go in and blend everything so that there's no harsh lines again. And I think it looks so cool. Now I'm going back in with that darkish, I think it's like a darkish purple color, I believe. And I'm running this along the lash line. I wanted to do something with color, guys. And I did. Greens and dark purples. Yes. Different from the everyday neutral look that I typically do. So I'm running this along both lash lines so that there's not a bunch of shadow on the top and then nothing on the bottom. And then I'm taking this light kind of yellowy orangish color to blend everything out. And again, I have this pencil brush, and I think I switched to a bigger, more fluffy pencil brush because this one just wasn't doing it for me. This was part of that kit that I bought on Amazon, and it just was a little too stiff for what I wanted, and it was really digging into the shadow. So I didn't really appreciate that one, but I had a bigger one that I like better, so that is what I did. Here it is. And I just take that clean, and I will buff out the rest of that line on my lower lash line just so that it's more blended out and it is not just like one line underneath my eyes. And I really think that it turned out well, especially using that kind of yellowy orange color. It adds a lot more warmth to the eye again. Now I am going in with Becca's Opal highlighter for an inner corner highlight, which I really think adds to the look and gives it a little more brightness. Now I'm curling my eyelashes. I'm not using falsies today, and I am not doing eyeliner, which is typically out of the normal for me. I usually use eyeliner. And then I'm going in with the CoverGirl Supersizer Mascara. This is an oldie but a goodie. I am in love with this mascara, and I have been for a long time. The amount of volume and length and thickness and everything that it gives your lashes is just, I don't know how people are not obsessed with this. Like, I am still obsessed with this, and the craze has kind of gone down. So I just give my top and bottom lashes a couple coats. I only showed the one because it quite honestly took me a little bit to get my lashes where I wanted them for this look. But you can do this kind of look with false lashes if you're more comfortable. You can add eyeliner. You can pretty much modify this look to however you want. I'm just showing you what I did. Next time, and last, but I'm going in with the Tarteist lip paint. I can't remember the name of this color, but it is one of my favorite liquid lipsticks to use. I love this color. As you guys can tell, I use it in a lot of tutorials. And I wanted something a little more on the matte side. I didn't want something super glossy since we had a lot going on the eyes. So I felt like this was the perfect color and the perfect shade to go for this look. And that is it. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.